Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all the love and kindness you guys have shown us on our video. We really appreciate you guys so much. Like, peace to you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for sharing our vision. Thank you guys for having so much interest in our channel and joining our community. And on that note, if you're watching us for the very first time, dear my family, and on this channel we share about our journey in life here in Canada. If something that you're interested in, please, we encourage you to join our community by liking and subscribing to our video. Also guys, please do well to follow us on Instagram, derma_fam. We post more frequently on there, and you guys will be able to catch up with us on our daily and weekly activities. So please follow us, please. And on that note, let's go into today's video.
Alright, so guys, today we're going to be talking about how to secure an apartment in Canada before landing, and how we secured our apartment in Canada before landing. So we're going to be sharing with you guys a few tips on how to go about it and all that. So first and foremost, you need to know the type of apartment you want. If it's a single apartment, if it's a 2-bedroom apartment, if it's a basement apartment, you need to know exactly what you want, and maybe also consider the size of your family, so also to know exactly what to look out for. Budget and location. So you need to know how much you're willing to spend for the apartment. I mean, you already know the size of your family, and if you want a single bedroom or a 2-bedroom or a basement apartment, you need to know. So your budget is very important, and then also the location on where you want to live, because different provinces and cities, differs with the prices and all that. Some provinces and cities are more expensive than the other. Like, for instance, in Toronto, I mean, houses there are very expensive compared to Calgary or in Alberta, right? So you need to put all of this into consideration to know exactly what you want.
And where you're going to stay, because it's very important. Another important tip is, guys, make use of your social media platforms. We made use of Facebook Market, Kijiji, and some rental websites, because on there you're going to find landlords, property management, and even people that want to lease out their 1-bedroom apartment for a short period of time. You're going to find all of that on there, and that would be a really good start for you to have an idea of what my husband said, the budget and location and how the prices of things in the market as at the time that you are trying to find a place. So make use of social media. It's very important. And the last final tip, it might not be the last, but another last tip that we have for today is your relationships, guys. Like, in as much as your budget and location is important, I would also recommend going to a place where there is someone that you know, that you have a good relationship with as well, so you don't even come into a city and you're all by yourself. Not like there's anything wrong with that, but
but even if you don't know anybody in the city or in the province where you're going to live, when they get there, they probably will make friends and then get to meet new people. So
but if you are trying to find an apartment, I would recommend first looking at where you know someone, if you know someone, because that person can stand in for you as a representative and might be able to go and view the apartment for you, just to make sure that you're not being scammed. And the person can also stand in as a way of paying any first and last month deposit that you need to pay in order to secure that apartment. The person can also stand as someone that would also help to submit your signed
as a witness,
and also submit some signed documents as well. So guys, relationships are very important. Really consider moving to somewhere where you know someone, while also putting into consideration your budget and your location. On that note, we're just going to tell you our own personal story on how we were able to secure our 1-bedroom apartment before we landed Canada as permanent residents.
It was I think we started searching 3 months to when we already knew that our visas were going to be granted, or when CIC already sent us the approval email.
Yeah.
So my wife here started searching. I mean, she knew people already in Canada. Her younger sister is also here, and I mean, she had a few friends here, so she spoke to them also. And I think it was Facebook. Yeah, Facebook Market was where we really searched. You know,
actually, we you guys, like I said, asked a lot of questions. I always used to search for apartment with Kijiji. That's a place to find a house or an apartment in Canada. Most people use that. But I spoke to a friend that recommended Facebook Market. I had no idea that Facebook Market actually helps with apartment. Yeah, and there were so much options on there on Facebook Market, and we're able to find like different houses because we already made up our minds that we're going to move to Ottawa because one, it was cheaper, and two, we have existing relationships there. So it only makes sense for us to move down here.
Yeah, so we searched on Facebook, we saw a few of them, and then the one we finally live in now, my wife found it and asked her younger sister to come view the place. But prior to that time, she had already, you know, spoken with the property manager.
Guys, we decided to use Facebook Market because there were a lot of options, and then we reached out to a lot of people on Facebook. And because we were in Nigeria, these people did not respond to us. Whenever we messaged them, they think that we're not serious. Like, oh, we're a new couple. We're interested in this apartment, and we're moving to Canada in November. We want to secure this place, and like they would not even respond to us. But thankfully, we had 3 people that actually responded to us to do like a virtual tour.
Yeah.
So you guys, good data is very important. And I also recommend that you start searching for an apartment very early, because it might take you a bit longer to find something, especially if you're outside of the country. So we did a virtual tour. We saw a few apartments, but we didn't really like the concept because we wanted like somewhere that had a close, like they want the kitchen to be a bit separate from the living area, and most of the places that we saw was like an open concept, and we didn't want that. So when we finally found this place, it was perfect for us. So we saw the video and we really fell in love with the place. The lady also sent us like a video after the virtual tour. She also sent us the video for us to really assess the place to make sure that we like the place. And afterwards,
we agreed on the particular apartment that we wanted. My wife asked her sister to come view the place also, and she did a virtual tour with us, and also sent a video she recorded of the apartment. So we were very convinced that okay,
this place is legit.
And it's, I mean, very close to the road, it's accessible, you know, it's close to downtown.
It's close to downtown. Like we wanted a place that was very accessible.
Yeah, very accessibility is, you know,
very, especially if you don't have a car. Like for us, like we didn't have a car when we
first came in. So using the bus, I mean, from our house the bus stop, it's, I mean, less than 100 meters. You know, so
and to get groceries was very close by. The shopping center is close by. Like everything is close to us, so it was so convenient. So we really fell in love with the place. Then we went ahead to tell the woman that we were interested in the place. However, we were in Nigeria, and she was a bit hesitant. Actually.
She was skeptical about, you know, giving a place, considering the fact that we were in Nigeria and then we didn't have a job, or we're not in Canada. We didn't have a job.
Oh my God.
You know, all of that. So it was a little bit of a rat race back and forth, you know.
And I feel like the fact that my sister came to view this place really
solidified the
kind
whole
of gave
thing.
her some form of confidence that we are actually serious about coming here. Because that's why we say make sure you have relationships if you're trying to find somewhere, because it will go a long way. So she sent us,
filled all the necessary documents and all of that. So we sent it back to her, and she said we should wait for pre-approval, that the management needs to approve of us to get the apartment. Anyways, so it was about 3 weeks or 2 weeks rather. We didn't hear from her. We send messages. Sometimes she'll respond, sometimes she doesn't respond. So my wife had to call her sister that she please call the lady or go to the office just to ensure that, you know, we get the apartment. So as God have it, she called us back,
and she was like, the fact that we're not, because we use my father's bank account as proof of income, because we need to show them that even though we don't have a job, we have this amount of money. And we also have help, because we have to show like a form of guarantor, right? We also have financial support outside of our own personal income. So we will never ever like default on our rent.
Yeah, because they're very, here in Canada, they're very what's the word now? They need to know that you'll be able to pay your rent on a monthly basis and you will not default. So before you would get an apartment, most cases they will need to see like your pay subs and all of that, just to know that you can pay the monthly rent.
Yeah. So when she finally got back to us, she said that my guarantor is outside of Nigeria, even though it shows outside of Canada, even though it shows that we can actually pay the rent. Her management is not convinced that the only thing that they can do is we have to pay 6 months rent up front, guys.
Yeah, and prior to this time, we had already paid for first and last month, so we had to send an
additional 4 months on top of what we sent. And honestly, guys, that was that was like a shock to us, because we did not expect it, and we already have our proof of fund, and we didn't want to. We were scared that it might cut off on our proof of fund, and when we get to the immigration, they might be like, you don't have enough funds. Of God, it wasn't actually an issue. So we managed.
We sent the money to.
We sent the money.
Your sister, and she made the payment.
Yeah, we sent the money to my sister to do a money order for us, and then she gave it to the lady, and we made the payment. And guys, a week after, they approved the apartment, and that was how we were able to. And you
gave your sister the keys.
Yeah, and then
the entire period, guys, my wife was really freaking out that we won't get the place, this and this. The lady wasn't getting back to us. Yeah. She was just very scared, but I was saying, just relax, keep calm. Everything will go very well. And I mean, it was good.
Yeah,
it was well.
Like, it actually went well. November 1st, my sister came here and she got the keys. She got the keys to the house, and oh my God, like, it was
a relief for you.
It was a relief because, okay, guys, one of the reasons why we decided to find a place before we landed was because we didn't really want to inconvenience our friends. And we also didn't want to worry much about finding a place. Like, finding a place can be stressful, and you're also trying to find a job at the same time. So we wanted to have that settled before
arriving in Canada.
Yeah, so that was why it was so important to us. And also, like, because we finally had a place, we went ahead to search for furniture as well. If you want to hear the gist on that, please
we'll give you guys
let
updates.
us know in the comment section, and we'll give you guys some updates. If you're not able to find a place in Canada before you land, don't be discouraged. It happens. Like, it's not the easiest thing. If you have, just try and see if you can get like an Airbnb short-term stay that you can stay, or try and see if you can find a friend that is willing to house you for a period of time before you find your own place. Yeah,
but I mean, it's safer and much more convenient for you that you secure an apartment before you land Canada, just so you have like your own privacy and
your own peace of
you're comfortable.
Yeah, because I was watching some immigrants that moved to Canada, and they asked them, like, I remember this lady, they asked her, what are you going to do differently if you were to land in Canada all over again? And she said she would have found a way to find a place before she moved, because she ended up staying in her a family member's place for 3 months with her husband and a child, and I can only imagine
a child.
Oh,
okay.
And I can only imagine like how uncomfortable it must have been for everybody,
I know.
So like, honestly, babe, if it was just me that came, I would have probably been okay, because I would have just stayed with my sister, right? Or I would have stayed with I have so many sisters. I would have stayed with one of my sisters. But because friends don't sisters, but because we are a couple and we're a family, and my husband is not exactly used to those people that I'm close to here. Like, it only made sense for us to try and find our own space, right?
Space.
Anyways, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions or any more inquiries, please comment down below and we'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. And on that note, we are going to catch you guys next time on our channel. Please follow us on Instagram, Dema_fam. Subscribe to our channel, like our video, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our channel. So see you guys next week. Bye.